I'm Tom with Performance Pool and Spa, Minnesota's #1 pool and spa company. Today, I'm going to show you how to get familiar with your new Sundance 880. The first step in starting your hot tub is getting it full of water. We do have a special way we'd like you to do this. So the first thing is going to be removing the filter. You'll notice it's laying horizontally, and on the right-hand side, you have a big lock nut. All you need to do is unscrew the nut, tip the filter back, and lift it up. This can be set aside for now. We'd like you to take your garden hose, feed it in to the side that has the lock nut, and fill it through there. That'll ensure that we fill all of the lines with water first, burping any air bubbles so that we have a smooth startup and heating process. Once the spa is full of water, we'll want to put the filter back in. Reinstalling it is just as easy as taking it out. Simply slip the filter onto the back of this little port over here. Make sure it's locked in on the far side. Twist the nut just to finger tight, doesn't have to be super crazy, and we're ready to move on to the next step. The next step is to turn the power on to the spa. Next, I'm going to show you how to use your top side. That's what we call the control panel. So first things first, let's get it set to the correct temperature. The negative sign is to go down in temp. The positive sign is to go up. Most people set it between 100 and 104 degrees. This red icon in the upper left-hand side of the screen means that the heater is turned on and the spa is working on heating up to the correct temperature. On the bottom left, we have the button that controls all of the jets. By pressing it once, everything will turn on. By depressing the buttons, we're able to turn the pumps off and designate if we want 1, 2, 3, or all of them on at the same time. On the far right, we have the button that controls our air blower. By turning that on, we're going to release a bunch of small bubbles in the tub, giving you a soft tissue massage. It's also linked to the SunSense aromatherapy port. You'll notice the buttons turn a dark brown color when they're physically turned on. If I press the home button, it'll take me back to the home page. The light bulb is to control the lights, so we can individually pick what color we'd like. So if I pick green, I can have it on a brightness anywhere from 1 to 5, 5 being the brightest. If you want it to cycle through a light show, we can go to speed. Once again, anywhere from 1 to 5 will strobe through my light show of all of the colors you see below. On the far right, we have exterior lighting. By pressing it once, the lights are on high intensity. By pressing it twice, they're on low intensity. And by pressing it 3 times, we get into a timer that will stay on for 8 hours. So if you turn it on at noon, it'll turn off at 8 p.m. Anytime you turn it on, it will turn off within an 8-hour time period. If I go back to the home screen again, this water drop button is to turn on the Clear Ray UV Ozone Active Oxygen on Demand. So by pressing it once, it turns on, and my active oxygen system is now running in the hot tub to clean it up so that it's good to go for next time. On the far right of the screen, we have our settings wheel. We don't recommend changing any settings as far as pumps and heater and how they're running, but the water care screen is really helpful. If I open up water care, it'll show me how many days I have left on my UV light bulb, how many days I have left until I should replenish the water, how many days I have left on my micro-clean inner filter before it needs to be replaced, and how many days I have left on my micro-clean outer filter before it needs to be chemically cleaned. The rest of the settings we don't recommend using, other than if you'd like your circulation pump to run up to 24 hours a day, you would do that through this heat and filter setting. Next, we're You'll notice now I'm going to show you how to use the SunSense port on your Sundance 880. So it's a 2-part screw. Take off the top cap. Take off the inner cap. SunSense come in 6 different scents and they're all 2-packs. So remove one of the cartridges. It's important that you take the cartridge out of its plastic sleeve and discard it. The cartridge goes right in the holder, and then we just reinstall everything. The inner cap goes in. This one you want to make sure is screwed down pretty tight. The outer cap goes back on. Now, by turning on the air blower on our control panel, we'll introduce whatever scent we put in. I personally like Pina Colada. Will get introduced into the hot tub.